Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another Bulldogs career video. It's round 6 and we're going up against the Dragons on a Sunday, so we've got a few lineup changes here. First of all, and the obvious change is Hopper, he's out, so we've moved we've brought in Brad Abbey and we've moved Rona to the centres. Also, another change in the backline, I've decided to try Tyrone Phillips, he's another youngster, so I brought him in for Parrot. Changes to the forward pack, I've got Garvey starting and I've used Alessia as an impact player off the bench. Vitala Mariner's back and he's in at second row, pushing Eastwood to lock, and Lloyd Parrott's been moved to the bench. As we go on a nice little run there, beating two defenders, we try to keep the pressure on them and get a quick play the ball, but they end up giving away a penalty instead. So it's the fourth tackle here, off that penalty, and we're attacking the line, driving towards it with Jackson, and we get held up. Fifth and last for us. We go to Reynolds and we're going to put up a high ball here. It's a pretty decent kick, good enough for a back. And we do just that here. I don't know why I was holding the pass button. I tried to cancel the pass, but he passed it anyway and we butchered the try there. We do end up getting the ball back, but I'm not too sure why. I guess they knocked it on in goal. Tackled about 15 out here. Second tackle for us. Abby's in field looking for ball. Third W going out the back to Eastwood. In a little bit of space here, but he gets wrapped up. Third tackle for us, looking to play through to the left. And we throw the cutout ball to Jackson. Drawing past to Morris. Gets past Dugan and he's going to get tackled over the line. We get held up there. All he had to do was put the ball down. But it's the fifth and last. And it's a beautiful ball by Reynolds there. Nice long ball, puts Morris into the gap and he gets the try untouched. Mbai adds the extras and we're back off the ball here on the fourth. Eastwood to Reynolds, a nice little short ball to Josh Morris. Gets past one. Gets the offload away to Alessia, streaking downfield. Dugan's on his tail and we pass the ball back infield to Tyrone Phillips, who's going to score here. Nice pass back inside for Phillips as he scores his first try in his first game of the NRL this season. And once again, Mbai with the points here. I usually don't show the kicks, but someone asked to show it. Don't know if I'll keep showing conversions in the future. I usually just show game-breaking kicks or clutch kicks, or even like easy kicks that I miss. I usually show sometimes, but yeah, anyway, enough about kicking. Back with the game here. Dragons finally get some ball. Nice little scoop by Widdop, and he gets past Morris at the back. Tackled about 20 out. Fifth and last for them. They go to the sky, trying to change to a receiver, but there's no one under it for either team, and we get lucky there. But the Dragons are back on attack here, attacking out short side, and it's a Marshall in space. Gets wrapped up by Morris. Another little scoot, and we almost get pinged for being offside. Luckily the tackle was made. Third tackle and they go to Packer. It's intercepted by Graham, and he gets to offload to Alessia. Racing downfield with no one in front of us, but it looks like Dugan's going to catch up. We try and cut back in field, but it doesn't work and Dugan's able to chop us down from behind. As we look to play the short side here. Goes to Mariner and the pass goes out. As we look at the halftime stats here, it's a fairly dominant half by us. Once again, we have more errors than we should, and that's pretty much been our weakness all season, is our error count, which is usually caused from unnecessary offloading and pushing the pass just a little too much. Back in the second half here, looking to return the ball with Brett Morris, and we take the tackle about 32 out. Third tackle for us, and we attack the short side here. Abbey with the drawing pass to Vitala Mariner, sitting on the wing, 1-on-1 with Dugan, and Dugan wraps him up. Getting tackled about 5 out from their line. We pass to Clemmer, who just takes it to the line there, and it's the last tackle for us. We've got Mbai in the pocket, ready to take the kick here, and I'm not too sure what to do, so I just put up a high ball. Definitely not something you want to do if you got Dugan at the back waiting for the kick. But the Dragons are back with it here. Marshall with an inside ball to Cooper. Gets wrapped up. And they knock the ball on there. It kinda looked like he wasn't expecting the pass. Don't know if it was off his hand or off his chest, but we get the ball anyway. Long ball to Morris, and another cutout pass to Phillips, but he gets wrapped up immediately. We eventually work our way back to the middle, and it's the second tackle here. Goes to Mbai, steps one, and he pops an offload that goes to ground. And we hit Dugan with the cutback or the sidestep as Curtis Rona scores our third try of the match, and luckily for us the unnecessary offload went backwards from Mbai and we get the kick and go up by 18. Dragons still with no points here. Lucian with the scoot, passes to Mbai, nice inside ball to Vitala Mariner, back out to Brett Morris, and a nice drawing pass to Rona with their twinkle toes. We finally get tackled just past halfway. Alicia waiting for it here at dummy half. Cut out past to Cassiano. And Clem's gonna get tackled with the ball there. Fifth and last force. Goes to Reynolds. We throw the long ball and this time it's intercepted by Aitken. Got a little too confident there and the Dragons score. Should have just cleared the ball, but got a bit too heroic there and threw an intercept. As the Dragons get tackled on their 20. McCrone at hooker goes to Woodham, and it's a nice bit of passing by the computer. As Farrell gets past Morris, and they're gonna score their second try. The Dragons go back to back in a matter of minutes, and all of a sudden they're back in the game here. But I wasn't too worried though. They didn't have much time to catch up. Down to the last set of the match. And Eastwood takes it to the line. Gets tackled there. Looking to go to the blind side. Abbey with the cutout past the Rona. Gets past one, running back in field. And watch Morris here with the beautiful support play as we put it on the toe. Scooped up by Morris, who gets rewarded for beautiful support as we score our fourth try and convert the kick here. The crowd's booing Empire, but they should be booing the team for being too crap. As we take a look at the full-time stats here, it was a dominant performance by us and the Dragons weren't really in it. Curtis Rona gets man of the match, and as always guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.
Every day that's you and me, all day that's us, boo. Came through with that new thing, see I don't know why I trust you. Crazy now I'm just too on, maybe now I'm just too gone. Maybe now I'm just looking for that same vibe that you on. Cause I'm out here with my boys, going crazy in this bitch overseas.